love bugs? It's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the video gives good vibes and just give you an uplift that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times and just need spiritual guidance, confirmation, validation towards life path, or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give you a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, that transition of truth reveals that hits the hurt. But you have to also appreciate that Ishh. You sure have to. You know, a lot of us are going through a lot of intense changes in our lives. And sometimes when we don't have the correct alignment and imbalance within ourselves, within our spirit, we can tend to take those changes of challenges very personal. You know, it can be very unbearable when you're going through different things. And, you know, universe and God is revealing a lot of different things to you in your path, whether it's something you need to stay focused on, what you need to get balanced with, what you need to get rid of, what you need to put extra weight on, and just all go through that intense transition of healing. And a lot of things are being revealed from our impulses of our addictions, maybe our past that we're not allowing ourselves to settle with, and just allowing us to be able to appreciate it no matter how painful it is. And it's hard to appreciate anything is very painful, but it has taught you something within your growth. You know, a lot of things that we fear, you know, and they're wanting us to use that fear as a fuel to keep pushing, you know, add more to it. You know, a lot of times it can hurt, and then you start getting mad. You know, God's used to us, you know, popping off, and, you know, at times, you know, give him a piece of our mind. And he's used to that because he knows whatever we're going through is not easy. You know, we're chosen. It's like nothing comes by us easy. You know, there's different things that we go through, and it just feels like sometimes it's an avalanche of challenges that will never quit. And you have to be able to allow yourself to do that. So if it's those times, and, you know, you have to be very compassionate with yourself. I have to remind myself that a lot, being compassionate. You've gone through a lot. There's a lot of different things that you may have faced that a lot of people won't have the courage to face. You know, what we're going through is not for the weak at heart. You know, when we're allowing ourselves to feel that, they're always guiding us. You know, my spirit's telling me right now that if it hurts, allow it to hurt, you know, but allow yourself to understand why is that certain vibration, why is that certain entity or frequency is giving you that pain. You know, what is it within yourself? Because they're always telling us, you know, if you have a person that may have did you wrong, or you felt like you may have shame that you have did other people wrong, if you have that time where you may need to speak your truth to some people, you know, and they may have to exclude some, you know, if it's like a narcissistic person, don't waste your time. But it's just like when it comes to stuff like that, allow yourself to step into your power. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to do that because, you know, you may not feel like you can be able to keep going. You know, and they're always telling us, urge to, you know, give yourself the credit that you truly deserve. Look at all the different things that you felt like you may have thought that you could not overcome. You know, different things that you got tired of dealing with. Universe knows you're tired. Universe knows all the setbacks you have gone through, different sacrifices you've made, the changes, how far you have come, even if you're not exactly where you want to be at. And they're telling you to cherish those moments. You know, it was just like I was saying earlier, when you feel that emotion of something that just really just smacks you like a wave. If you ever went, sometimes if you ever been to the ocean and that water hits you the wrong way, that mess can sting like it ain't even funny. But it's just like, a lot of times we fight that urge, like when there are certain things that comes up that we may not have gotten a chance to heal from. And that's that time where they're telling you to have that courage to allow yourself to heal from those things, and it's hard to be able to do, especially if it caused some traumatic, mental, situations within yourself where you may have felt like you're going to have a mental breakdown. You're on the verge of, falling over the cliff, so to speak, just the saying. I'm not saying that in general, with YouTube, you got to be careful about certain words you use, but going through those different things. We go through many changes, and it's just like the last few years have been very intense for a lot of people. You may have been neglected. You may have supported people that didn't support you. But this is that time where, whatever feeling comes up, if you're angry, allow yourself to get angry. If you feel sad, allow yourself to have that good cry. It's good to do that. If you feel like you need to curse, scream, or whatever, if you can go out somewhere and just go ahead and scream, and just allow yourself to understand, why do I feel that pain? Why do I feel confused in that way? What is that point where I can get to the center of that, just to understand why is this emotion I'm still clinging to, especially if it's something repetitive. I've gone through a lot of different things where, I thought I've overcome certain things and it'll come back up. And it's just like, it's not for universe to trigger us or anything like that, even though triggers are good. It just depends on how you look at them. Triggers, if it's coming from something and if it comes up, it's allowing you to know this is what still upsets you. This is something that you have to make peace with, even if it's something that's coming in. A lot of our karmic cycles is hard to believe at times, but those are really deserving of ourselves, even though it may hurt to the core when you're going through so many different setbacks and abuse from different things. Maybe it's verbal, maybe it's I don't know what to say. You want to say it's good because it could be the relation word, the S and the X, or it can be in the physical. That's not good is either. But if you have the means, they want you to be able to get out of that, especially when it's something like that. But it's just like when I look at certain situations I've been in, when I finally allowed myself to get out those emotions, sometimes I got to shake it off and call my own self out on my own ish. Like, girl, you have gone through different things. There's a lot of times you shouldn't have made it through the things that you have gone through. These are the things that's really teaching you to come solid with yourself, become very honest with yourself. A lot of times we don't realize we give our power to entities that don't have power within themselves. And it's not, to down anybody or talk anybody, saying they're weak or anything like that. But it's like when you look at, different people that are going through things that choose to project other than to heal, they have more issues than we do. And it's just like I'm trying to be very discerning on certain words, because it's not like I'm at that vibe where, I can be mad and really say some very hurtful things about certain people. But it's just like I'm at that mode where I just want to see everything as a sign of a blessing that needed to be revealed to me, even if that mess hurt to the core. And there's that time where I had to be honest with myself. I was abusive to myself because there's a lot of different times that I allowed myself to accept things that I knew that really challenged my worth when I should have seen my worth, knowing what I deserve and what I didn't deserve. And those are the things where truth really hits deep. And it's up to us to be able to accept that. And it's just like when I allow myself to look at the different things that I've gone through, the pain that I've caused others, the others that caused me, even when I'm not exactly in that pure form where I exactly want to be at that top tier or in the exact position where I want to be at, it's like when I allow myself to look back, I was a whole hot mess, before all these different things happened. And it's like I've came so far. There's days, and I'll tell y'all real quick, there's days that I have very bad depression. There's days that I cry. There's days that I get angry at the world and feel like certain things aren't fair, but then it's just like, these things are uncovering a lot of that truth that shows what's within yourself. And you have to be able to show gratitude to that, because it's just like for you to be able, and the way I'm looking at it within myself, it's like for you to be able to conquer whatever, really just slapped you down to earth, just to make reality hit you. I needed that. in my life. And I'm not saying that for everybody's life. I'm talking about for mine. I speak from my own truth. I can't tell anybody about anybody else unless it's on a one-on-one or unless that energy is coming in. But I'm looking at my stuff. I've gone through a lot. And it's just like when I allow myself to go through it, and like, heck no, girl, it ain't easy. You have gone through some stuff. A lot of people have gone through some stuff. Certain things that they keep to themselves. Certain people just, certain things where people want to just scream to the mountaintop about what they've gone through. But it's just like when I look at my stuff, and I say, girl, you're fierce in so many ways. You have to be able to give yourself credit to that. Your own walking trigger to yourself on certain things, but then you also have to look at yourself, to look at, the purpose you've been led to. Look at the things that you have overcome. Look at the things that you admitted that you struggled with. You're honest about the things that that you served, through addictions. I tell people I don't have any issues on telling people that, I used to be an opiate abuser. I used to drink really heavy. I used to smoke marijuana for a long time to get through the pain because I was self-medicating. It's just going through grief and, having mental breakdowns back to back to back and just feeling lost and disconnected, even with my own self. Not really, when you've gone through something the way I have, it was hard to really feel, is this really real? These are the things that I'm really going through. And it's just like a lot of the things that we go through, when we hit it real deep and we're not allowing ourselves to fall in a rabbit hole, it becomes a very thick cloud of illusions that we allow ourselves to constantly go through that pattern of repetition. And it's just like going through those different things. Like I said, I have my ups, my downs. There's different days that, I have to really get myself out of the funk, sing, dance, just act goofy, find little dumb things that I used to do, or certain things that really put some smile on my face, and being able to tell myself, even when I cry, it's going to be okay. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have got this far. Not every day is going to be a good day, but not every day is bad. And even through the bad days, you have to try to find something, good that really, let's say, okay, I didn't, even though I'm upset about certain things that I may not have, clarity over, doesn't mean that I won't receive that tomorrow. Allow myself to shake off those feelings after I say what I say, and voice my opinion either to myself, to my spirits, or even to God or universe, tell them how I feel, even though they know, but it's just the fact of you being able to be honest with yourself, because a lot of times we don't realize it's the lies that we tell ourselves is what keeps us in that loop of pain, and I had to be able to tell myself that you have that power. A lot of times we feel like, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that, and they can actually be doing this. But you have to understand, God sent these people in our lives for us to go through these certain things, for us to recognize what we need to do within ourselves. And a lot of times I'm like, well, dang, okay, is that, that's what it is, and it a lot of times is really hard, and it's not going to be easy with that. If you're a Heyoka, you already know we do everything but backwards, and it's like we do things the hard way instead of allowing ourselves to take shortcuts, and it's just like when you take shortcuts, you kind of miss out on the big important things that you lose sight on through the sightseeing of that path of purpose, and it's just like when I think about that all the time, and I say it a lot, it's just like if you didn't go through this, you wouldn't know what kind of determination you have. What would you persevere on? Is there certain things that you want in your life that badly that you're willing to give up any and everything for it that God asked you to give up? Are you willing to change the way your outlook is on life? Are you willing to change your habits within yourself that is not healthy, but maintain and add weight to what is healthy? Are you allowing yourself to go through the straight and narrow when you always went through the crazy curves? You probably Tokyo drifting and stuff, Fast and the Furious type life, and different things like that. But, going through all these different things, that truth can hit, it can hurt. But it's just giving you something, a truth that needs to be admitted within yourself. And it's just like when you allow yourself to take that day by day, a lot of times we overwhelm ourselves feeling like, oh, I want to be done with this by tomorrow. I want to be done with this by next week. You can't do that, but just allowing yourself, don't sit up here and panic at the whole full staircase, because you'd be like on that one. I forgot what that place was. Was it in China or somewhere? I'm thinking about Kill Bill when Uma Thurman had to go up there. I'm like, oh my God, and it was like those, I mean, it was a beautiful sightseeing, but it's like, no, you got to go up and say, oh no. Like, no, I'll probably pass out, going about 10 miles up there. I would have been done. I would have been sitting there for a minute. But, our life is a journey. And it's just up to us if we're willing to take that first step on, seeing the outlook on life. You never know what kind of breathtaking scenery that you may see within yourself that you may not have noticed before. Because a lot of times we miss a lot of things in our lives because we stay focused on what didn't happen, or, how we felt like we should have been further than we are, or, how somebody betrayed us, or, somebody try to block something. But then it's just like, maybe I wasn't ready for what I thought I was ready for, or maybe it may have not been the right time. It could have, been bad timing for me. It really could have messed up things in the long run and wouldn't have lasted the way it did. Or maybe I had to see the truth in that person and look within myself on what that person is trying to show me through the evil deeds that they're doing, or look within myself. Why did I allow myself to keep going through those acceptance of things that made me feel like I wasn't worthy, or my life didn't matter, my love didn't matter, I have no happiness, I sacrificed my happiness, sacrificing that self-worth. And so when you're going through those different things, it shows you empowerment through those things we honestly tell ourselves, and we go through those mood swings, especially it's just like right now with the retrograde and, all those different things. And it's just wanting, just to be honest with yourself. If there's different things that's in your life where you feel shameful for that you may have done, if you have those people that you can reach out and ask for forgiveness for, they may not forgive you. They may do forgive you. But as much as you forgive yourself, I can tell that, different things. I wasn't right to a lot of people. I've hurt people, and I've hurt people bad. I've gone through that pain and hurt myself. I always say, I hope, that person out there can one day forgive me. I had to forgive myself, and I had to be able to set that free with God and the universe. If you want to be able to move off in life, even if somebody tries to constantly create, chaos in your life, because there may be some people out there that don't want to forgive you, or they feel like, they want you to continue to suffer. You're going to be protected anyway, as long as if you set that up with God and say, what, I gave this up to you, and I know you knew what I did, but I tried to make it right with that person, even though that person didn't want to make it right with me. But I'm going to have to allow myself to, I admit it, I did you wrong. And I mean, I understand if you don't want to forgive me, but, I got to be able to move on with my life. I got, different things that I'm trying to change within myself. I can't change the past, but I can allow the past to change me to do better. And you have to be able to do that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of the video, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed Friday. I will be doing chat today. I had a lot of different things that I had going on yesterday. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and do chat. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. It was probably the day before. But I had different stuff that was going on. So I just went ahead and put it off for today. So I hope you have a blessed, prosperous day. I will be doing, it's going to be Heyokas support, chat, live, and vibe. So it's going to be a 2-in-1 since I haven't really been doing videos that often. But I would love to give a post notification shout out to Omega McBride. Timberwolf, much love to you, sis. And Brian Dodgery all the way from Scotland. And Derek Tate, much love to you as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below, as well as the link to my podcast on Spotify. And also I'm starting to do IG Reels as well. Just a little short thing just to get you on in your day. I'm starting to share them on here along with other people's. I always make sure now I'm making sure that I put, their link to their accounts on Insta, just for you to support them. I never want to try to take credit for anybody else's videos like that, but I know if it uplifted me or just made me laugh or just something that I need to remind myself, I always love to share those different things with you just to be able to help you as well. So I hope you have a blessed weekend. Please be responsible and safe for everything you do. I know it's cold out here. I know, especially in Georgia. I don't know what, I said, shoot. Mother Nature need to get back on her meds, because I'm not used to it being this cold out here. You know, it snowed for a second and then it was just went down. So, but I hope you're staying safe, you know, even through social distancing. Please, you know, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. And whatever you are working on in your manis, I pray, and I place those good vibes on you. There's going to come 10 million bigger times than you ever thought it was. You know, you've been going through a lot of ups and downs. You've been going through setbacks. Different times you may have thought things was going to come through for you and it fell through, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you. So, you know, keep working hard. Don't allow yourself to give up. If you need to take a pause for the cause, you go ahead and do that, and, you know, get right back on it and just work 10 million times harder. So I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I will be having chat live at 7:30 Eastern time. It is, let me see, what time is it here? 3:12. So it'll be in a few hours. So hopefully you'll be able to see me there, and we can be able to spiritually and virtually connect. Much love to you. Peace.